What's going on? What's going on? How's everyone doing? Duh. How's everyone doing? Listen, I'm just glad our voices are recordable. All praise is due to the Most High for getting us through another day, another year. I mean, this is the first Thursday of the year. We're so grateful and thankful. No doubt about it. We're counting all our blessings. Listen, we just want to touch up and brush up on what we should be doing, right? What we should be doing or what it is that we didn't do last year. We want to roll over and do even better this year. So again, you know, the way people start all the time is that we have many goals, plenty of ambition, plenty of firepower. We got plenty of things on our minds going on. Miss Landa, what's going on? No, I miss your call. What's good? I know I missed your call. We will be brushing up and touching up, but I'm not trying to hold anyone, just want to brush up and touch up on the new year that's come about, right? And for some of us, we have a lot of pinnacles, right, in life. Like a lot of people sometimes they take the beginning of the year and say, okay, boom, you know, this is the beginning of the year. This is the time to reboot, refresh, whatever the case may be. Some people take the middle of the year. Some people take they go by their birthdays. You know, my birthday, I see another birthday. It's time for me to, you know, reset. It's time for me to push the button. It's time for me to go full throttle. It's time for me to go even stronger. You know, everybody has their date. Some people take, you know, even their anniversaries, whether it be marriage or graduation, or sometimes they remember the day they took they downfall. And they're like, hey, you know, this is the day that, you know, I've seen another 365 from this date. I got the reboot. I got the refresh. You know, I got to keep going. I got to go even stronger than I did the last 365. And, you know, it's very valuable to us to continue to do that. We want to hit milestones in our lives, right? We want to hit those milestones. We want to hit those, man, that word slips my mind. Very, very good word, right? Well, we want to hit those landmarks. You know, we say, okay, boom, we've made it this far, right? Man, we made it this far. What's next, right? What's next on the list? And what's next on the list is just to do things or have a goal that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Is to have a goal that's even better than last time or before. And a lot of times we reach that goal. But let me say this, though, right? Let me say this. If we set goals, right? Okay, let's say, okay, we got 365 days of the year, right? So we got 365 days of the year, starting from whatever day that you feel is valuable to you, what day you feel says a lot in your life, what day that you sit down and put down, right? And lit the torch. So from 365 days from that day until now, let me say this. If you have set a goal from that first 365, and I'm talking about a big goal, right? And you reached that big goal, not breached it, but you reached it, then is that next 365 really the time where you say, let me reboot and let me do things better and stronger? I beg to differ. I think when we set those goals, you know, and sometimes we have short-term goals, long-term goals, and I think we have short-term goals. We have long-term goals. We got small goals to us, which may be big to others, and vice versa. We got small goals and we got big goals. I think we got 4 categories, you know, or we should have 4 categories: short-term, long-term, small, big, right? And then that small one can lead up to something big, right? It can torpedo to something big. But what I'm saying is, if we set that big goal and we reach that big goal before 365, do we still take it to the 365 and say, okay, this is when I'm going to do something better? I think once we reach that pinnacle, once we reach that state in our life where boom, we hit that ending of that goal, we begin a new one. It starts anew. You know what I'm saying? Immediately starts anew. Let's not wait to 365. So forget New Year's resolutions, man. To me in my life, forget New Year's resolutions, man. I think New Year's resolution is just an excuse. It's just an excuse to what goes in between 365. Feel me now? You got to feel me on this. I think New Year's resolution is just an excuse from what we did in between those 365 days. Talk to me now. Where did the origin of this New Year's resolution begin? It had to begin with New Year's. When is our New Year's? I don't know. My New Year's could be different from your New Year's. Remember, in actuality, we got 3 calendars. Anyway, this calendar we go by is the Gregorian calendar. It's called the Gregorian calendar. I think what his name is? What's his name? I can't. It's mine. His name is just my mind. Brought up that calendar. You know what I'm saying? Which this calendar we go by is made up. It was made up from a king. He made it up. And actually, hey, listen, don't get mad at me, man. I'm just. Listen, let's go back to history and the facts, though. That's all I'm saying. You don't like it? Why not? It's all good knowledge, people. You know what I'm saying? It's all good knowledge. But the Gregorian calendar was actually made, and it actually was added those 31 days, right? 31 days, 28 days. It was fixed and added and subtracted so in a way to accommodate his lifestyle or his people's lifestyle. His tribe's lifestyle, his people. 31 days is not correct, people. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not going to history. You want to know more? Let me know. We'll talk more about that. But I'm just saying, anyways, it's 3 calendars. It's a Gregorian calendar, it's a Jewish calendar, it's a Islamic calendar. I'm just saying, your 365 may not be my 365. But regardless of the fact, what the point I'm trying to make is that forever set resolutions. Forever set you a resolution. You know what I'm saying? I got. Listen, I can talk about peoples right now. But for example, Miss Landa, boom, hit accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I remember she was detoxing. Once she did the detox, she didn't say, let me wait till next year. Okay, I accomplished that huge feat. Let me not wait till next year to start up a new feat. No. Immediately, right away, she did it again. And then was tempted to do it again. I think she did 3 in a year. You know what I'm saying? We ain't waiting to no 365, people. We ain't. I'm sorry. We ain't waiting at 365 no more. We not that type of people no more, man. Forever set goals. Forever reach heights. Forever know that the sky is not the limit. Hey? All right? I'm just saying. This is your motivation right now. But nonetheless, what should we be doing differently? Everybody has their own, everybody has their own thing. Everybody has their own goals. Definitely, I say set goals, right? Set goals, accomplish those goals, do what we need to do to achieve those goals. Don't be lazy on those goals, whether it takes in the morning, you're looking for some motivation, whether it's something on a website, something on an app, something on the social media. I don't know, man, something out in the stars. Whether it's you go out there and you perform yoga under the moonlight, whether it's you get up and you go to the gym, whether it's you get up early and have a nice breakfast, whether you get up and meditate, whatever it may be, whatever it is that's your forte, whatever it is that's a yin to your yang and a yang to your yin, whatever makes you jump and makes your blood pump, do it. But let's do it better, right? Let's do it better. If we're doing things by ourselves, think about having someone or hiring someone or calling someone to help you in order so you can do it better. Everybody needs somebody, man. And we all been through bad relationships, whether it's been friendship, significant other, whatever the case may be. We don't want to too much get involved with people. But what I've been learning for the past 2 years specifically is that Everyone needs somebody. And then you may be in a place where you're in a happy space, when you're in a content space, where you're rolling down the train and the train is going at a nice pace. But then boom, something comes along, man. Something always comes along. Because when we get too comfortable, the Most High gonna bring something in our place to see how we handle situations. Are we worthy? Right? Are we worthy? A lot of us think we are more than worthy, but tests come all along. And when those tests come, we got to show. We got to swim in the waters of show and prove. Everything that you've learned through the week, here comes an obstacle to test you from what you learned through the week. Everything you learned from 2 weeks, here comes an obstacle to test what you learned in them 2 weeks. Everything you learned in a month, it comes an obstacle to test what you learn in a month. Everything that comes is a test to what you done did 2 years ago. Here goes the same thing that happened to you 2 years ago. Here it goes again to see if you can do it a little better. That's how life works. That's how the Most High works. That's how the universe works, man. We got to be prepared. We got to be prepared. We cannot be lazy. We cannot go in cruise control, even when we're in cruise control, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what jumping out the plane did for us as well. Jumping out the plane allowed us to get out of our element. Jumping out the plane allowed us to know, listen, just the matter of how high we are, whether we have anxiety up there, is going to be a point in time where we're still high in the air, and it's just calmness. It's just calmness. But what's going on around us is not the norm. We're flying in the sky. Why are we so calm? Why? Because it was anxiety at first. We overcame those anxiety. We overcame that fear. And now we understand that we're not safe, but we're safer in our minds. We're safe. We're in a safer place now. So we know that there can be a safe place in the midst of chaos, man. It can be a safe place in the midst of chaos. People train that way. There are certain people that train to have their minds in a state of calmness, in a state of serenity, even though it's lions in the jungle around them. Even though it's dark and they hear the coyotes, They got that state of peace though. And that's what we're trying to, listen, man, that's life, man. You know what I'm saying? Life, we're in a pursuit of peace, happiness. We're in a pursuit. Am I missing anything? We're in a pursuit of peace. We're in a pursuit of happiness. We're in a pursuit of peace. We're in a pursuit of happiness, man. And God, may the Most High bless the child, man. May God bless the child who reaches those throughout the course of a day. Do what you must to reach that and know that everything around us is chaos, man. Noise. Pipes bursting around us, man. Things that shouldn't be. It's all noise, man. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. Bad news, tragic news, social media, people talking, gossiping, people driving crazy. I'm talking about all type of chaos. But in the midst of that, we got to know and we got to see there's tranquility there. It's all in our minds. How strong is your mind? How strong is your mind? Find that inner peace, man. Because listen, we wake up in the morning. A lot of us are living the robotic life. We don't want to, but we're doing the same things over and over again. And there's nothing unpredictable in our lives. There's nothing unpredictable in our lives. To when that unpredictable come, we upset. We mad. We mad because our life is like a robotic life, and that's how we like it. And when a wrench is thrown in there, we mad. We mad because we like control. We like control, but listen. Has the best and the brightest things come to those who have full control? No, man, you got to be ready for obstacles. You got to know how to detour. Thus, we bring it to these investments, man. We end with these investments. You know what I'm saying? Investing, trading is the same way. It's the same way. You know what I'm saying? We wake up. Yes, a routine. But then the markets go to shaking when 9:30 comes Eastern time. And we have We have no control except the control of what we always have. But we would want more control so we can make more money. But we can't have that control. But what we can't have control over is the only thing that we can have control over from the beginning of the day is ourselves, is our goals, is our goals, is ourselves, is our plan, is how we practice, is how we live, man. It's our plan. Stick to the plan, man. Listen, right now I'm skeptical to touch the button. I'm skeptical to even press the buy button, man. If it ain't part of my plan, I ain't trying to press it. And money escapes me, I'm good. Money escapes me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because if it ain't how I like it, if it ain't part of the plan, then I ain't sticking to it. If it ain't part of the plan, it's not really worth it. Because, yeah, you can make money, but guess what? Yeah, you can be going through the motions as well. All these emotions that go on, that the less we do, man, it's like the more we live anyway, man. Because the most stress, hey, do we get the ample amount of rest from the stress? That's the thing. Yeah, welcome stress. But are we getting the rest we need, though? Welcome stress, but are we getting the rest we need, though, to combat that stress, right? Thus is life, man. So we want to encourage investments. You know, we got something big in the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? We got something big in the pipeline. Okay, we got a lot of big things in the pipeline, and we want to touch on that as well. But we want to encourage these investments, okay? For those who will be hitting us up and watching this, you know, we got the analytical report, the investment analytic report, very impactful, that will change your life just to get an assessment and direction on and explore your financial journey. You're looking for direction. You're already in investments. We're giving it out. Link is in the bio. This is valuable stuff, people. We got a lot of things in the pipeline, thus we should. I'm talking about being better than last year, having better set goals. What you think? You know what I'm saying? What you think? And we need people. We're going to need people to motivate us. We're going to need people to inspire us. We're going to need people to remind us. We're going to need to see people. We're going to need to see people smile. You think you don't need to see a smile every now and then? Get out of here, man. You need people, man. A smile on TV ain't cutting it. You need some genuine stuff. You need some genuine people. You need some genuine thoughts. You need some genuine advice. You need some genuine friendship. Huh? And I ain't talking about man's best friend. I got 2 dogs. I keep talking about them. I don't know why they come up in my mind. I don't like them. They got to go. But anyway, we got much love for you people. And the taxes are here. BB Tax Connection. Brand is changed. It's the tax professor. Oh my gosh. Huge big things going through, man. Huge big things coming through. I just love to see the foot track, the what they call it, the footwork, the foot traction coming through the door. It's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? But we're giving back. We're giving back because we're not for the IRS. I don't care. I said it. What you gonna do? I said it. Come get me. I said it. But nah, man, seriously, you know what I'm saying? We for the people. We for the people. And the people need what they need. You know what I'm saying? The people need what they can get. If they can get it, let them get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're about. That's what we're doing. What's going on, Jose? So yeah, definitely indeed, people, you know, I'm not trying to hold you. I'm not trying to hold you at all. But again, you know, my 365 may not be the same as your 365. And I don't feel as though we should have New Year's resolutions and wait for 365. I think we should continue to have New Year's resolution throughout the year. If and when you accomplish a huge goal, yeah, man. Oh, man, you got to be excited for things to come. Listen to me. If you are, again, I'm saying it again. If you have big goals, small goals, and you accomplish those big goals, small goals, as we know you will, because you're the best, because you're always seeking for knowledge, then, of course, you should, boom, set another goal. That's your resolution right there. Boom, set another goal. That's your resolution. Don't wait till the 365. I think that's a lazy excuse to make a goal. Continue to make goals each and every time. Continue to make goals each and every week. Continue to make goals each and every month. Come on, man. It's only 12 months and them things go by so fast. Look, we're already on the 5th. On a couple more hours, we're going to be on a 6th day. Where did them 6 days go? You know? I don't know. That's how we moving, man. Like a locomotive. We ain't stopping. Do you feel this is the best time to invest? Do you feel this is the best time to invest? Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down for you. They say if this is the best time to invest. Let me break it down for you, right? And we're gonna talk about the markets, you know what I'm saying? And then we can go on into real estate as well. We can go on into real estate as well. But the question is posed, which is a great question. Is this a best time to invest? Let me break it down for you. Let me allow you to see the vision, right? Let me allow you to see the vision. 2008 and then 2018 was the last two times that the market finished in the red. 2008, 2018. Let me break it down for you some more. What's happening? How you doing? Let me break it down for you some more. The year of COVID 2 years ago, the market went down fast and hard. It recovered the same year. So it didn't have a negative year. Can you see the vision I'm giving you? Look, a huge incident like COVID dropped the market so fast and so hard, but yet it recovered. And the only times that the market stayed down for the year, 2018, 2008. So look how powerful the market is, that even when something like COVID brought it down, dropped it down. COVID dropped it down. Airlines was costing less than $10. Every airline costing less than $10, right? Look how strong the market is and look how the market works. The market continues to go up. So now we're in 2022. And this is the year that it has pushed the reset button out of all those years. And then the 2018 and 2008 was the small drop. This is a huge drop since 2008, the tech bubble, 2010. This is a huge drop. You thinking this is a game? Listen, I get on the radio every morning by the grace of Most High. I continue to drill the people and tell the people that, look, Tesla is down $100 from 12 months ago. I think the last thing I told them was Apple. Apple was $182 12 months ago. Now it's $120 now. And it's continuing to go up. It got a gap to fill at 120. So it's going to go down to 120, but 12 months ago it was at 182. These stocks are down this year, and it is not like any other year since 2010, y'all. So is this a great opportunity? It is the best opportunity because now the market has finally breathed. It's been holding its breath. You know, all right, let me paint you another picture. Say you're in the bottom of the ocean, right? Or just say you aren't standing on something in the bottom of the ocean, right? And you're not all the way in the bottom of the ocean, but let's say you're down there, right? And then you whoop, and you're going up, right? So you're going up, holding your breath. You're going up. Listen, the market has been going up for 20 years trying to get to the top so it can breathe. People, it's been going up 20 years, full throttle of nothing but gains. If you had insurance, investment insurance, because insurance can be tied to the market. If you had investments long term, you've been going up for 20 years, averaging 12 to 15% every year. Give me that 12%. Give me that 15%. Give me that 8% every year. 2010, 2011, now we're in 2022, and this is the 2023, or what, last year, 2022. That was the first year it finally got to the above the ocean and took a breath, boy. Finally got out the water and took a breath. And that big breath right there is 2022 with a market drop. Is this a perfect time? It's pressing the reset button for everybody to jump in and for it to do it all over again for 20 more years. Come on, man. It's about to do it again for 20 more years, man. Of course, I don't know specifically how many years. I don't know the future, but I'm just saying. If history is the same, for 20 more years, about to go up to 2040, you about to get paid, man. For 20 more years, this is the reset button time right here. It's the best time to invest. Last year, 2022, the beginning of the year, we had what they call it? We had a rocky market. You go up one in the beginning of the day. By the end of the day, you're going down. It's a shaky market. But listen, just to let you know, we'll go into homes and real estate. What stocks have won, has had the most gains this year? All 10 except, okay, so the top 10, out of the top 10, 8 of them were energy stocks, oil. So oil Oil beat everything this year. I think the top was oh my good, Marathon. Marathon won with 75% gain this year. 75%, which means if whatever money you put in, if you put in whatever money you put in Marathon, you got a 75% return on investment in the course of a year. So it went up 75%. Marathon. That's Marathon Petroleum, not Marathon Gas. Not Marathon, because there's two Marathons. There's Marathon Petroleum and there's Marathon Oil. They're both oil, but it's just named differently. Marathon Petroleum has went up 75%. This year is the top gainer for this year. And actually, all of the top 25 has actually beat out all of the NASDAQ. So the S&P 500, the top 25 S&P 500 has actually beat everything in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has just did, I mean, all stocks did terrible, but technology stocks did extremely terrible. You know, let me tell you, if you didn't know, technology stocks is the hideaway for every big money investor, whether it's whatever, they hide in tech because they know tech is going to eventually bring them back up. Apple, Microsoft, Google, you name it, tech stocks going to eventually bring them back up. Why is gas so high if they are making so much? Why was gas so high if they are making so much profit? Off topic, not really off topic. Let me see if I'm understanding. We know gas was extremely high. Thus they're making profit. They're making profit because they're so high and people have to pay for gas. Now, I think what it is with gas was the war. Right? The war that went on with one of the things I should say is the war that went on with Ukraine. There's the people those who were fighting Ukraine, one of the biggest resources they had was oil, and now they can basically call the shots on oil. So that's what made Biden and all them had to sign the contract to say, listen, we have oil. We don't need none of your oil. Since you won't want to import us oil because you're going through war and we not with you, right? Putin, we not with you, Putin, and you want to put some stipulations on your oil. Okay, we don't need none of your oil no more. Guess what? We been had oil. We just ain't want to drill. So now boys get the drilling. So offshore drilling went up big. So again, listen, when oil is in high demand, oil is going to make a lot of money and people got to pay for oil. However, check me out. It's going to get good. Listen, this conversation is going to get good. Listen, as you already know, if you didn't know, let's talk about taxes. Listen, the government is giving you $4,000 a year when you buy an electrical vehicle. If you buy an electrical vehicle, there's something you didn't know. But guess what? BB Tax Connection, man. We for the people, man. We ain't for the IRS, bruh. Come get me. Come get me then. We ain't for you, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna give just due, man. We gonna give just due. But let me say, IRS is giving you $4,000 a year for owning an electrical vehicle. On your taxes, you'll get they're just giving out $4,000. Boom, you go buy your EV right now. They're giving out $4,000 a year. Why? Don't let the concept go past your head, bro. Listen, they want people to be driving electrical vehicles by 2050. Let me tell you something. How I know all this information? I've been saying this information, but I retain it because I'm able to say it. Again, by the grace of Most High, I'm on the radio. I'm talking to people all the time and every day. People calling me, asking me these same questions you asking, and then some, right? So, California. By 2025, they want a certain amount of people, they need a certain amount of people driving electrical vehicles, but they're also going to the dealerships and saying there's a certain amount of EVs they need bought and a certain amount of gas cars they need not bought, right? That's just how. And then so now they set three paces. California did. They set one for 2025. They set one for 2040, I believe, and then 2050. They want everybody in California to completely be driving EVs. So they chopping the numbers down all the way to electrical vehicles out. How they gonna do that? I don't know. People got antique cars. People got antique gas. Well, I guess they talking about selling it. They don't want no more to be sold in California. But guess what? I'm going to Nevada, getting me a damn gasoline car, and I'm driving into California. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? But nah, seriously. EV, man, electrical vehicle companies, that's what's popping. I mean, why not? It's gonna be popping, bro. Listen. Why not? It's gonna, first, you doing things for the earth. You're doing things better for the earth, right? That's one. Number two, you go to the charging stations, man. It only take you about 1 hour, 2 hours. You good for about 2 months, bro. Next, you can have it in your house, man. Listen, these Chinese EVs ain't playing, bro. Listen, last year Neo, this is what Neo got going on. You buy a Neo car, you can get 2 plans. You can get a battery where you pay for it to go in the garage. It recharges your battery, or you pay for a higher plan where you go to the dealership. They replace your battery. You good for about 6, 7, 8 months, bro. Listen, you think it's a game? This is China we talking about, man. China buck bamming us on the head, man. China beating us over the head with a stick, man, laughing at us, bro. That's why I said about this TikTok stuff, man. China got this TikTok while we using that entertainment and they laughing at us. These people using it as education, man. You think it's a game? These people laughing at us on TikTok because we using it for entertainment, bro. We using it for dance, choreography, and dance steps. I'm not taking that away from dance. I'm not. I'm just saying, we using it for trending opportunity. They using it to learn about Americans. They gathering data about you and I, how funny we are to them. Bro, even they school, the third graders, man. The third graders is like on the 7th grade level. They laughing at us, man. We over here playing, man. We over here playing, man. People across the world, damn a New Year's resolution. They don't even know what that is. They don't know what no damn real New Year's resolution. They got the year of the panda. They got the year of the lion. They got the year of the man. They don't listen, and that's all year round. They celebrate the year all year round. They ain't on no damn first of the month. Man, listen, keep playing. Keep playing. Listen, I put things on social media. As a matter of fact, I put things on social media. As a matter of fact, I got something right now. I can't wait to put that out right now once I get off this live, because 7 o'clock came so fast. I understand that. But also understand the seriousness of what's going on. You in this paper chase. Don't get detached from life, man. Don't get detached from life. That's why I love these kids, man. That's why I love these kids, and I love being around these kids, man. Because once you think you got it all, and once you think you on a paper chase trail, it bring you back to reality. Like, look, man, it's a lot of things you forgot. Them kids will bring it back, boy. And it's a lot of things we forgot that we need to refresh and know. It's a lot of things that's going on, man. We need to be abreast. We need to know what's going on, man. We can't play these games. It ain't funny games all the time. And even in the paper chase, man, don't get too lost in the sauce, man. It's real. Don't get too far gone, man, where you can't come back. It ain't all about the dollar bill. Y'all don't give a damn. It ain't all about the dollar bill. Let me tell you something. Like I said before, we in a pursuit of peace, and we in a pursuit of happiness, man. And I'm not saying be content. I'm saying just be alive, man. Start living, man. Stop, not be alive. Just start living, right? It's all good to be alive. Start living, man. What really means much? What really is the meaning to what we're doing? What is the origin of what I always go back? What's the origin of what we're doing, man? Where does it derive from? What's the origin, man? Because we just can't be followers of trends, man. I don't do it. And it's like some people that around like, oh yeah, but but don't look at me like an alien because I want to know the origin of what everyone is doing. Don't look at me with the scorn. Don't look at me with the scorn because I choose to want to know where it is derived from. Mardi Gras. You going to Orlando to go. I say Orlando. You going to New Orleans. I've been in Florida too long, ain't it? You going to New Orleans, man, to celebrate Mardi Gras. What is you celebrating for real, though? Where did it derive? Oh, no, I'm just not celebrating the past of it. I'm just, celebrating the moment of it. Man, it all means something, man. it all means something, man. We got things that we can't see, man. We got spirits, whatever you want to call them. Some people call them spirits, some people call them jinns, some people call them demons, some people call them whatever in the spiritual world we can't see in the realm, man. You in that midst of that, whatever it derived from, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't go nowhere. Let me tell you something. You over there, man, and I'm just using Mardi Gras as an example, and I'm gonna say like let's say Mardi Gras derived from. Let's say Mardi Gras derived from people that's in the graves, trying to uplift them from the graves, or some type of evilness in it derived from you. Don't you know a lot of spirits, a lot of bad spirits is around that area? Don't you know a lot of evilness is around that? And here we go in the midst of that, in the Bourbon Street, whatever. Nah, I know I'm not trying to bad talk. I'm using that example. Here we go in the midst of that Bourbon Street, in the midst of that Mardi Gras, and all these bad spirits, man, and all these evilnesses around that we don't even know. Talking about, we not celebrating the origin of it. We just here celebrating the present of it. You got to know where it derived from, man. You got to know where this derived from. You got to know where the origin of it came from, because you're in the midst of that presence. You don't know what's in the midst of that, man. You don't know what's in the midst of that. And then you finna go home to your family and you got all that evilness around you. And you taking a shower, don't let them out. You just celebrated some evilness. And then you got these evilness on you and in you and around you, man. You can't shake them off, man. And you wonder why bad happening to you. Don't blame it on nobody. Don't blame it on the times. Listen, we got to know what we doing, man. We got to know what we per se celebrating. We got to know what we getting into. We got to know what we stepping our feet into. We got to know what we doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using Mardi Gras as an example. I'm not trying to bad talk New Orleans or bad talk Mardi Gras. I'm using that example. So, you either understand or feel me or you don't. You either upset or you're not. I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what things arrived from. If I'm throwing beads, what does that mean? What did that come from? What happened to make people throw beads? What am I actually throwing it at? Am I throwing it at some evil in order for me to want evil back? Bro, I got to know. So don't get mad at me and catch a scorn because I'm questioning these obstacles in life that we going through. I'm questioning, what is it? Why are we celebrating this? Why are we going through this? And I'm talking, this derived from me this is on topic, just talking about things that's coming along in the year. Things of the new year, New Year's resolution, New Year's this, New Year's that. And my New Year's may be different from your New Year's. Your date may be different from my date. Again, my third time I'm saying it. Hey, if you set an obstacle, set a big goal. I believe you should set 4 goals. You set a short-term goal, a long-term goal. You set a small goal and set a big goal. If and when you reach your big goal, and small goals can lead up to that, your big goal, boom. There go your resolution right there. You don't need to wait till the 365 come. I think that's an excuse for laziness, waiting all the way to the next 365 to say, hey, when my 365 end, that's when I'm finna get a new and recharge and reboot and go strong and go harder. Man, once you finish your accomplishment and your goal, and congratulations to you, and you sip champagne, whatever you do, go out there and have fun, whatever you do to celebrate, because I celebrate, boom. Right then and there, man, set a new one. Set a new one, man, because 12 months comes so fast. Hit you in the mouth, man, and it's gone. It comes so fast, man. Like I said, we 6 days in, bro. Where did them 6 days go? In a couple more hours, it's finna be the 6th day. Where did they go? I don't know. You tell me. It's gone, man. We can't get them back. Time move like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, set something for tomorrow. Set something for tomorrow. Do things better. We all need somebody, man. Even in our whatever trials and tribulations, whatever we going through, we may be in a state of cruise control, man. Something gonna pop up in life. Something gonna pop up. Whether you need encouragement, whether you need motivation, whether you need a smile, whether you need a lending hand, whether you need extra amount of help, whether you need somebody to get out and push the car, whether you need somebody to help teach you do this, whether you need somebody to give you advice to do. Everybody, I'm sorry, that's how life go. I don't like people, man. I really don't like people, but I know we need people, and then I don't walk around like that. I love everyone. You know what I'm saying? I love everyone. You feel what I'm saying? I always try to look at the bright side of everything and everyone, right? But I know that I don't like to get too attached because I know the nature of man. I know the nature of man. I know the nature of man, man. You can't tell me the nature of man. And not only that, I know what we have been through. You know, everybody been through something, right? You know your past. I know my past. It has been there to shape us and mold us. You can't forget that, man. Some things are tattooed inside, and as much as you try to shake it, you can't. But maybe it's not made for you to shake it. Maybe it's made for you to take it along the way. And I'm not talking about baggage. I'm talking about the inner, what's inside, man. What's inside. Protect your heart. Protect your soul. Protect your soul and protect your heart. And may the Most High bless the child who does so, man, and understands that. Protect your soul and protect your heart, man. Don't be letting people come in, man. Yeah. Don't be letting people come in like that, man. They got to swim in the waters of show and prove, man. And I ain't talking about snorkeling, man. I ain't talking about going snorkeling. I'm talking about deep in the oceans of show and prove, man. Come about that boy. Come about that boy. Observe how that boy swim. Observe how that boy be swimming, man. Observe how that boy come out and gasp for water. Observe how that boy walk out of the water and walk on the shore. Observe how that boy feel. Observe how that boy treat the fish. Man, you got to observe them people, man. And I ain't talking negative. I'm talking good stuff. Because if we were more observant and more vigilant, I believe we would have been farther. That's just me. I believe we would have been farther if we were more vigilant. But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Again, let a kid be a kid. Don't grow up too fast. Don't grow up too fast for what? Be a kid. Enjoy your childhood, man. But when I was a child, I thought as a child, man. Huh? Stop it, man. Listen, stop the games, people. Stop the games, people. Stop the games, people. Again. I hope you wipe your feet on the rug. It's filled with love up in here, man. I got to, listen, every week, man, when I'm solo and I'm here, I'm talking to you like that. Because ain't nobody talking to you like that. I'm in your chest. Because ain't nobody in your chest like that. I'm talking mean and dirty to you like that. Because ain't nobody doing it, man. You got to love the kid, man, and appreciate it. I'm in your chest. Ain't no other way. I ain't coming here, I ain't coming here like that, man. I ain't coming here all shaking hands and kumbaya. You see that all, go somewhere with that if you need that, man. If you need that, go somewhere, man. Because there's more females, there's more women in this world than men. And then you got some men that's females too. You don't like it? Get off. You don't like it? Turn me off, man. But I'm just telling the truth. Why? Because ain't nobody telling you the truth. I'm in your chest, man. Hey. It's all love, man. I promise you it's all love, man. I promise you it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Look at that boy. That boy want to come up. Hey, listen. One thing about me. Anybody that be wanting to come up, boy, I don't stop you, boy. Let's shine. I don't stop you, boy. Let's shine, right? But listen, I'm going to say this. We got 15 minutes, but listen, 15 minutes finna seem like 30 minutes, though, boy. You hear me? Okay. Oh, man, this might be a moment right here or something. What's up? This about to be a moment. It's about to get heated up in here. What's up?
What's good, my boy?
Look on your board.
You already know what it is.
How you doing,
Oh,
King?
man, truly blessed, man. How you holding up, my boy?
Hey, man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. Listen, I'm happy right now, boy. I'm more than happy, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, truly blessed, man. I like what you're doing. I like what you're saying, man. You know, the mind is right. This is very imperative. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lou Vaughn's my boy. You know, I see him in the chat. But yeah, Jay, man, you know.
Hey, he on it. That's my boy.
Yeah. Lou Vaughn's, man. You know, shout out to them boys. And I know Lou Vaughn's could kind of really relate to the young fella, in the NFL that recently clapped. Because them boys been playing ball for a little minute. And that more people who play ball like Lou Vaughn's and, from Pee Wee all the way up, they got to speak up more too in our community. That's a whole other topic about how it caused more damage in the future in our elderly life, with memory loss, with physical therapy, with, I refrain from none of my kids play physical football, tackle football. My sons.
Talk to me about that, man. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. You have to, playing Optimus at 11 years old, both of my shoulders. I got knee injuries. I got shoulder injuries.
Hey, hold up, Rock. I remember you was telling. Hey, boy, listen, hold up. Let me introduce you, man. You tripping, man. Listen, man, bro. Listen, I only had I say like less than 5 like true friends, and then like those who weren't true friends, like don't nobody. I want to offend nobody because you
Right,
shouldn't,
right,
right? You
right,
should.
right,
This is not to offend nobody, but I'm saying like everybody had close friends, right?
right.
And I say, man, in my walk of life, man, Rawson, I tell my wife that name, but I like, man, Rawson was my #1 true friend. Like always had my best interests at heart. Always did me, bro. I can't say nothing bad. But listen, I remember you was always used to tell us a story about how how you was playing Optimus and they announced Tupac was passed away and the coach was like, "What? Tupac passed away?" And you're like, "Moment of silent meditation, moment of silent," and y'all in the huddle, moment of silent, like, and then after they were like, "Okay, let's go." And he didn't even really care. He didn't really care Tupac was passed away. He just wanted y'all to play.
You know, that was the most, you know, and vice versa, Jeffrey, because when I think about that too, you know, because, you know, we're talking about 35 years of friendship, 37 years and when you have that type of upbringing with someone, and I think you and I really gel in a sense of athleticism because Andre was like was ahead of his time. You know, he was his build, his abilities as a quarterback, and then you playing as Jerry Rice, and I'm looking at Michael Irvin. I think that kicked it off for you and I. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a fact.
Right.
In our age
Yeah,
bracket, I mean,
yeah,
it was no other receiver seeing you and I when it comes to, you know, balling in our age bracket, in our age
right.
group. Say
Yeah, you ain't lying,
right,
man.
and in more in depth, you know, you inspire me in so many ways, man. You inspire me in so many ways because I've been there side by side and witnessed the traumatic experiences that have taken a toll of your life, from your brother getting deported, from your sister passing away, and mom, you know, becoming ill, and then, you know, you going away. So all of that plays a domino effect. So a lot of people go through that and then they come out and they can't recover.
Right.
So
No, facts.
yeah, they can't recover. So you have to I mean, you are in a position now, bro. You've came home and you have blown the door wide open. So it's only a matter of time when you got to put your story out there, and because it's your testimony, it's your story, it's that people are there's so much there's your story. There's certain shoes I can't fill. No, all my siblings are still here.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
parents are still here. You know what I mean? So I've never been to prison. So there's a certain lane that you can reach that a lot of individuals can't reach. There's a certain crowd that you can minister to a lot of people can't minister to because it's your story. That's your story. That's your life. You see what I'm saying? Your sister was here. She's gone. I got a picture of your sister. You know what I mean? I got a picture of me and your
Yeah,
sister.
man.
Yeah. So
No,
like your
oh
brother.
no, I don't know. I never seen it.
Yeah. So your brother who was
Man.
showing me all the moves and juking in the field and everything like that, just pure talent. So it's like all of those things, it's memories that we'll never forget.
Yeah.
But again, to see you at now mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, married, business, thriving, inspirational, motivational, inspiring. So, you know, that's all the most high, bro. I know it. We got to get credit where credit is due. That's all the most high. You understand?
Yeah,
And
blessings.
bro, yeah, I acknowledge that. You know, I am truly inspired. I was telling my daughter, you know, that, you know,
Beautiful kids, man. Beautiful
yeah,
kids,
man,
bro.
my oldest daughter, 21, I was telling her, you know,
Yeah,
how you and I,
I haven't seen her yet, man. I know Jennifer, her mom, but I haven't seen her yet,
oh,
though.
man, if you see her now, man, that's Jen's twin. That's Jen's twin, man. Her and Jennifer complete. You know, that's Jennifer new generation, man. 100%. You know,
New generation. Yeah.
100%. But I was telling her the story how like you and I kind of had a baby around the same time. You know, your
Yeah.
son
Right.
and yeah, and then when you went away, you know, at the age of 23, I almost died in gang violence in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I almost lost my life at 23 years old. She was 6 years old. So I always tell her like, you know, for all of the friends who passed away and some who went to prison, I am very. That's why when a lot of people hear like, man, Watson changed, he got converted and started preaching and teaching. Man, God dealt with me in a very supernatural way.
Hold on though, man. But hold on though, because you know, I gotta give the flowers too, right? Because all right, for those, you know, like for those who don't know, but like I'm just going down memory lane, like you was always the leader. I'm not saying you were a leader, you was always the leader, right? But the reason why you was the leader is because you was so well balanced, bro. You was really, you was like well balanced. You was, I mean, you had it all. Like you was intelligent, you was savvy, you was well dressed, you was gangster, you was bro. You knew how to fit in at whatever place, whatever you were, bro. Like you knew how to turn it on. Like somebody messed with you, it was turned on, and couldn't nobody beat you on that level.
Right.
You was an athlete, couldn't nobody beat you at that level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You was a leader, you was intelligent, and now that's man, that's why I say it was meant for you to be out here and
right.
for you to be seen. And
right.
for you, bro, you going all the way to Africa and busting moves and having followers. Bro, people are following you to app. Listen, muna suivre juste l'Afrique, oui?
Yeah,
Juste l'Afrique, muna suivre notre avion, oui?
Right.
Bro,
right.
not avion, oui? And a long ride, bro, because of who you are. Never forget that. Like, never forget that these people on the seat next to you because of you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the light that the Most High have thread upon you. That's why I say when you change that leaf and you was like, okay, I'm a spiritual man now. Bro, it's only right. Who mad at that, bro? You done been through it all. So now only thing you ain't been through was the turning of the rock, bro. And now you understand. Listen, it's all a spiritual fight now. You know what I'm saying? We done fought everything on the streets, bro. We done fought the drugs. Then your brother was G2. You know what I'm saying? Your brother was G2. Bro, it's only right. So again, man, you continue, man, no matter where you go, to continue to be who you are. But like I was saying just earlier, that your past is something you'll never forget too. You bring it with you.
You'll never forget. And most importantly, there's two ways to look at it, because, you know, you're always, in a sense, reminded of your past, especially when you stay in the same demographic. You know what I mean? And most importantly, people, it depends. You know, everybody in our book of life identify you based on what chapter you've encountered that individual in that chapter of your life. So with dangerous phase, being in middle school, people identify you them boys will always fighting and get in trouble skipping school.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? And so it's like, there's some people that's gonna look at it, it's like they're very funny. They was always trying to make people laugh. It was good around.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody identified differently based on what chapter and how you encounter with that individual. But as a whole, collectively, what speaks more volume is the impact you have on people's lives. You see what I'm saying? I think that speaks more volume. It's not what we say and how we try to do it, it's how you live your life. You see what I'm saying? I think that's most important. But in the midst of all of that, I'm always reminded, like, man, I had an advantage a lot of people didn't have. You also, but we had a father and a mother. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We talk about majority of the individual we were surrounded with, they didn't have a dad. You know what I mean? The Johnny Jasmines, you know what I mean? Didn't have no father. Right. You know, his dad died when he was young. You have Emmanuel.
But listen, you on the spot right now, Rod. Listen, I hear you, man, and I'm with you. But something you said triggered to me, and I just want to ask you, like, how important is it to have a mom and a dad in the house? Because let me say this before you pop off. Right. I think that having a mom and a dad in the house allows you the privilege not to grow up so fast. Like, be a child, be a kid, because you got, with a mom and a dad, Rod, you got support at the home. Why you need to grow up so fast? Talk to me about that.
So now there's pros. There's way more pros and cons in having a mother and a father in the house. Number one, divinely, based on divinity, the household was structured and created for a man to be the provider, the priest, and the protector of his household, and a woman was set in the household to be the nourishment of the household and to make sure that the household is properly fed and emotionally intact. So that's the two benefits of these two cornerstones, allowing the child to properly be nourished emotionally, spiritually, and to be groomed as a young man and lead your daughters to be non-provocative, explicit or sexual, at an early age. So that's where the father comes in, protecting his household. So those are the benefits that you and I had early on in our life. Despite, remember, realistically, some people do have a mother and a father in the house, but the father is emotionally detached. They're mentally detached, which means we can speak for that personally because our parents are immigrants. So when you're migrating to a land of the Americas, right, you are set behind the bar where you have to work 2 to 3 jobs. Why? Number one, you don't speak the language. So you don't have the capability nor the necessity to try to keep up in the demographic of a working environment that you speak the language that everyone can understand. So you are being told what to do, but you can't properly respond to how to do it. So when the boss says, hey, we're going to need you to mop, clean that, get that whole room clean, because most of our family were doing housekeeping, gardening, because they came from another country. So they was behind the 8 ball of not speaking the language, nor understanding the language. So they had to work 2 to 3 jobs to keep the bills and food on the table to provide us with a better education and a better opportunity to be successful. Right. Now, the benefit with that, Haitian parents, mothers would cook, clean, laundry, do everything that we needed to do to make sure that we have everything in the household is set, while the father provides, work hard, and still teaches, provides, and protect us from any hurt, harm, and danger. So there is that was huge for me. That was huge for me. I tell everybody this. I am not a street guy. I made poor choices. That's the reality.
Wow.
My father me to be an educated, sophisticated young man. My dream was to go to college and play football, and football was going to be the door, but I've always wanted to be an attorney. You know what I mean? That represents those who can't represent themselves. So I made poor choices in life. But I will never represent, I came from the projects, I came from a broken home, I came from the hood. That is not my story. You know what I mean? I was exposed to dysfunctionalism due to the divorce of my family. I was exposed to gun violence based on the people that my mom did as my stepdad. But the reality is, my father was a very well-groomed man, educated man, hard-working man, thriving man. He raised me to be a phenomenal gentleman. I chose to follow the ignorance. I chose to dwell in darkness. You see what I'm saying? But the opportunity was presented to me. God always gave me a pathway to be great and to be successful. But the journey was set up where I had to experience light, and so I have a balance. So you'll be able to communicate effectively with everybody that comes into your bosom. You know what I mean? But it's very vital. It's very vital right now. And right now, the statistics talk about, look it up. 2026, they said now it's going to be, the ratio is 20 women to a man. Because what's happening, the gun violence has increased 75%. So for our young men, like, your young man, my son who's 15 years old, they're no longer fighting anymore. The jealousy, the envy, the suicide is at an all-time high. Young men are killing each off. So especially in a demographic of the African and the Latino community, there's the lack of fathers. So it takes brothers like you and I, like you said, utilizing your social media platform. When you're out there in the public, in the work field, on a day-to-day basis, talking to a young man, mentoring a young man, encouraging a young man, lending a young man a helping hand. Right. I saw the video you did with your son, you know what I mean, from financial literacy, giving him a certification, everything to be equipped as an African, Haitian descent young man in the Americas, that he is not going to put himself in debt. He's not going to put himself and have to be the borrower, but he could be the lender. So the benefit is he got a father in his life. That's the benefit. But absolutely. For that young man who don't have a father, you know how it is. You're easily influenced from the outside. You want to get into the streets, and your homeboys become your family. They become the moral force of what it means. They got my back. They listen to me. I can vent. If I need an extra pair of socks, my homeboy lent it to me. If I need to borrow your shirt, we used to share clothes, shoes to go out, have fun. So, the street can raise you if you don't have a foundation at home. So pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, we're having a lot of kids in the household too. So like, one mom, how can she, like, if there's one mom, are they going to open up to, are all of them going to open up to mom? Absolutely not. They're all going to find those homeboys. But let me ask you a question though, man, let me ask you a question. As an adult, right? As an adult, do we do we transition and go through chapter and chapter, or can one person stay on the same chapter throughout their whole lives? Let me give an example, right? Like say for instance, someone is funny and a comedian, and he stays a comedian throughout his whole life. Like does he ever or she ever transition, or is there ever another chapter, or are there chapters in between we just don't see it, or what's up with that? Like, because life is about transition, life is about chapters being turned. What do you think?
That's true. Life is all about transition, because when you look at the nature of creation, a plant doesn't stay the same height. It automatically grows to its full potential till it reaches its full maximum potential of altitude. You know, so you have to go to your full altitude, the highest level of your highest being, which means your consciousness, your awareness. So it is called proper development over time, though, because a child, you know, a child is fully properly developed over 9 months. If the child comes out 6 months, they say the child is premature.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is a preconceived notion of saying that the child is not properly full term. So even when an adult, you have a lot of, I mean, and listen, I don't want to bash, we're 40s. So I don't want to bash majority of our homeboys who still out there in the clubs, still out there, you know, drinking.
I do. Oh, I do.
Yeah, I get it, because I try to be so careful, because remember, everybody matured differently.
Absolutely.
Reality. I mean, we can speak from the perspective as I was there in honor rolls class, and Jeff, you was. So that's Miss Washington. That I've always wanted to be in a class like that. So it was a level of maturity, of sitting down, doing your work without being easily distracted. Where me, I was easily distracted. You see what I'm saying? So so it boils. You know what I'm saying? So everybody matures differently. So that's just a reality. But the reality within that same context, we're all supposed to evolve. You know, I mean, for a great example, Tupac Shakur was a very prolific bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, we see him in his demise at 25 years old. You know, he was 20. Now, if you know, remember, Malcolm X was also a juvenile delinquent. You know what I mean? He was also considered a hoodlum, a thief. You know what I mean? Doing things that he's not supposed to do. But because his extended time of life, he matured properly, and he evolved into an educated, sophisticated, activism, black, socialized individual for a whole nation. That's with time. You see what I'm saying? So people are going to evolve, but the question is, are they going to be extended the grace of time to see the evolution of it? So a lot of us get cut down early. A lot of us get cut down early. Now, if you know what I mean? If I was down in my 20s, my story would have been, man, Rosson was a street dude, hothead, fighting and this and that. So nobody would have never seen the evolution of now.
Right. They would have never seen who you become.
Right. You know, so that's the reality of it. You know, like the Young Dolphs and the Pop Smokes and the King Vons.
Yeah.
Because they're judged based on where they are now.
But if they would have extended the time, who knows who they or where they could have been at?
Who knows?
That's a good topic right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, who knows? Like, look at Snoop Dogg. You know, Snoop Dogg started off as a Long Beach young man in the Crip gang and everything like that, but he evolved into a husband and a father and started the Optimist Club. And he said, hey, look, man, I don't want the West Coast, East Coast beef. You know what I mean? I don't want to do with that. Ice Cube evolved.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yes. Evolved. So, you know, people evolve, but you got to give that person an extended and the opportunity of time, because we're quick. That's why I say, for me, I can't judge. Though I want to, but I'm always reminded, like, man, who am I to judge this person? Because yes, I don't use profanity, right? Yeah, I don't pack a pistol. I don't need a concealed weapon, because the lifestyle that I portray does not require me to watch my back. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Soldier, whatever you put out into the universe will come back. It's a fact. It's a law. You know what I'm saying? So it's like but the thing, God extended me time, bro, and that's something you can never take back, my boy. Yeah. That's something you can never take. I think if every single person that we looked at in a certain way, like Nipsey Hussle was going in that direction.
Yeah.
You know, put it
absolutely
of dietitian laws, and he was shot down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah, absolutely, man. Wow, man. Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing, bro. I mean, I appreciate you 1,000. Dang, wait, this is great, man. This is great. I appreciate 1,000. Man, listen. So hold up, man. I don't think do I have your number?
yeah, we got to exchange info, Jeff. You know,
We got to exchange infos, man. You crazy?
Man, because it's like Jeff. When I remind you, there is a calculation right now, even with Kyrie Irving talked about. There's a generation. The generation for change is 1981 to 1996. Now, remind that'll be a topic that say you want to
bring it back.
make
Say
it.
that one more time. Say that one more time.
There's a calculation that includes. Now we're talking about environmental science, agriculture, mathematics, parenting, respect, grooming, morality, integrity. From 1981 to 1996, what they're saying is that is the generation that was told to it when the teacher says, "Hey, do not speak unless you raise your hand." You understand? You need to make sure your shirt is tucked in. Pull your pants up. You're not going to come in this class and disrupt the classroom. You're not going to come in here making noise and making sounds. And when you walk by church, you respect God. You respect your elders. Do not use profanity. We were properly taught.
We were. But hold on. But was it? Wait, hold on, Rob. Hold on. Wait. But was it because we were sons and daughters of immigrants, that first generation immigrants that's come from a disciplined nation or a discipline? Listen, whatever island you come from, it's discipline you can't even express and explain from the United States. But was that because we were children of disciplined people of the first generation? That's why we're in that 1981, 1996?
No, not necessarily, because you got to think about an era. Remember, every generation has an era.
Okay.
Where something is implemented, right? So that era, kids outside to mingle with one another. So that created our social abilities, right? And then in that, neighbors were allowed to tell you, "Hey, you better not use that word, son. I'm gonna let your mom know and your father know." Right. So neighbors were allowed to also discipline you. You see what I'm saying? So in that time, in that era, it was a community raising children. It was actually a community raising children.
Yeah, absolutely.
American community also, because you had the Ericas that went to school with us, honor roll, straight A's. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That was getting so they were African Americans. You know what I mean? You had
you be having some good points, man.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not even a cultural thing. It's not even an ethnicity thing. It's actually an era thing. That era is a very integral era because it took a community to raise a village. You know, everybody, like, you were embarrassed to find out you were smoking weed. That was an embarrassment. Right. You were ashamed to go to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you would look down upon if you didn't pass your test.
1,000% of everything you said.
We didn't brag about, you know what I'm saying? We didn't brag about wanting to do crime. And like, you wanted to play ball. I wanted to play ball. You wanted to go to college. You're like, what? I want to go to Florida State. I want to go to Michigan. I want to go to Ohio. I want to go to LSU. Like, remember, like, and then again, look at the era. You had the Cosbys. You had the Family Matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a village. It was the television. That was the movies. You had even.
We ain't got that no more. Rob.
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh my, bro, you blowing my mind right now.
We are in a very, and this is where I become
scary, man.
It's scary. It's scary, bro. It's scary. It's scary, bro. It's very, very scary for our children. You know, because
nowadays, you know, now, I don't know if I ever told anybody this, but now when I leave the house, bro, I just be like, let me come back to my kid. That's all I be saying, because I love them and I want to be there for them, because I know if I'm not there, man, you know who's raising them. You already know what or who is raising them, and that's not what we want.
Right. But now to remind you, it's a very sketchy topic. And Luvar's right. Like you said, you know, it's different, because even when it comes to how we were raised, walking a girl to class, carrying her know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
write the notes,
Yeah.
taking time because you couldn't call her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
only one.
Oh.
You know what I mean, bro? That's what I say. We are the last generation of that, properly raised, and you know what I mean. A community. You know what I mean? From Washington Park to the Victory Park to the Allen Parks and to the Ulita Parks. It was 4 different areas, but at the end of the day, everybody played outside. Everybody rode bikes. Everybody went to a local gym. Everybody tried. So, bro, that's
Absolutely.
gone. That's gone.
It's gone.
And here's the thing, Jeff. And now remember, you have practicality and you have reality. Okay, we have practicality is a false perception of what you think may be your truth.
Okay.
A
Okay.
perception, not an actuality. So a reality is what you see. So let's be realistic. They are pushing the LGBTQ. They're trying to legalize that in school. Okay, you talk about the left and the right. They are forcing everyone to be vaccinated in order to get certain positions they're entitled to keep a certain job. We already know that.
Yes.
That is a new world order and an agenda that is put in place to control and minimize and to actually eliminate and exterminate a certain group of people. Now, if you look at the way the urban community is structured, and I took my kids and I rode with them so they'll be able to see clearly how the urban community is structured. You have all fast food, no Whole Foods, no Publix, maybe a Walmart, right? Liquor store and the pawn shop. Bro, that's every urban community. Now, not to mention no father in the house, a single mother, right? So with Lee, the kid is growing up on genetically modified food, pesticide food, processed.
Yes.
You got
Yes.
to get 4 from Wendy's. That's breakfast. At night, the mom goes right into Popeyes, get you a whole bucket of chicken. That's dinner. Not the minute you go to the corner store right next to you, get a whole gallon of processed juice. It's all sugar, right? Then the kid go home, watch shows that's only promoting violence. The young NBA boy, the Kodak Blacks, you know, what is that child consuming? What is the that young man for that young girl? Where now being a stripper is highly rated now. I always tell my daughter this. It's not that, bro. No, you're not gonna go to a strip club and find, the ugly girl. The percentage of the gorgeous women in it. So the question is, what is happening to our women? Why does every single woman? The percentage is 89%, Jeff, of women wants to do cosmetic surgery, bro. So even me as a father, my daughter, 21-year-old daughter, want to do surgery. So the question is, what have I done wrong as a father? That my daughter does not feel 100% confident within her own skin, that she realized that God has created her perfectly and divine, that she must be the woman that God called her to be. But she feels that entitled to have a certain procedure done to be perceived a certain way in a false reality. So that means there's more outside influence than inside influence in today's society, which means even if you have a mother and father too, there's a large possibility that that kid can go astray. Even if a mother and a father in the house, there's a large possibility that can go astray because of technology.
But you know what I must say though is that if and I know if doesn't count, but I believe that if the kids had the mentality, or whether it's their community, let's just say if they were in that percentile that was raised right, if they had that in these times, like if they have that upbringing, whether it's us, whether it's our community, even the understanding of yes mom, no mom, right, yes dad, no dad, or just no talking back, if they had that structure in these times, they'll be straight. But now it's the talking back. Right. It's the I'm gonna do what I want. It's the they're doing this, I want to do this. It's so much outside influences, man. But what I'm saying is, again, if they had that structure and a mentality, like, respect all, just respect utmost, man, I know things would be a lot different. That's why you're saying, like, What if I done wrong? What have we done wrong? I mean, I think again, society has come to play. You touch them kids, they got back
Exactly.
up. You know what I'm saying? So now
And
what you supposed to do? You supposed to be their friend. You supposed to be their friend till you blow up and you can't be their friend no more. Then you back their friend. Like, how can you be the parent? You got the finesse.
right. And I remind you now. I mean, the kids are still thriving. You know, college HBCUs are still thriving. Historically black, university is still thriving. We're talking about kids are still going to school to be attorneys and doctors and lawyers and genetically engineers. All of that's still in place. We're not going to discredit our kids who are strong-minded individuals.
Absolutely.
But we're which is a huge disadvantage to our young black men, though, because number one, we're not the ones flooding the guns. We're not flooding the neighborhood with guns, bro. We're not doing it. We don't have access to the manufacturer to do that. There's somebody behind this. And like I said, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but realistically, the people who own this, the news, the people who own these manufacturers, that own the educational system. We know the Rothschild, the supposedly Jews, bro. I don't really want to use that term, but they say we're anti-Semitic. You know what I mean? And I don't want to generalize the term either, because it's not all of them doing that. But it's a few individuals who are flooding our neighborhood with guns, who are telling these artists before they sign the contract that you need to be speaking on degrading your women and talking about gang violence, pushing the drug ethics. It's not that these kids don't want to talk about uplifting and educating one another. If you don't speak this on this contract, son, we're not giving you the $250,000. We're not giving you that Bentley or that advancements check. So it is a system that is created by design to destroy the children of Israel, bro. It is what it is. We had a very intricate time of our life right now. I'm telling you, there's a huge possibility, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is just my personal insight, that we're going to witness in a supernatural, in the physical realm, Christ coming and to destroy the Antichrist. You know what I mean? Because in 2020,
it said it's gonna happen. It said to happen.
Exactly. So they've been looking at the Gregorian calendar, and they talk about like the Anunnakis coming back. The giants or the Nephilims waking up. If you look up something called, I've come to find out, in 2002, the Afghanistan war was really not American military and secretive ops going against the military of Afghanistan, bro. They went in there to kill a 12-foot giant, bro, in a cave, and it's all documented. So they killed a 12-foot giant in the cave, bro, in Afghanistan in 2002. Look it up. It's called the Giant of Kadar. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of secretive information that they even talked about in the Grand Canyon. There's something called Aboriginal. Aboriginal means, and that's not us, because again, we're foreigners. We're first generation of immigrants.
Right.
But Aboriginal, like the area, because Aboriginal, like
Indians, like Aborigine.
They native. The term is
native. Yeah, native.
So the African, the real Americans that's been here, and like their parents were born in Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. They're the third generation that grew up with us, bro. They Aboriginal. This they land.
This they land. Yeah, this they land. Yeah, this they land. Yeah.
Reparation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are entitled to reparation. Now we're foreigners to this land.
Yeah.
Based on our ancestry. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about the Washington Park. They are Aboriginal people. This they land. So they have all mental abuse, intergenerational abuse, because they've been in this land for so long. They were slaughtered. Now Haiti, we overthrow our right, colonizers. You know what I mean? So that's why, like you said, the mindset of a Caribbean individual when they come into a land is different based on thriving and success, because it's head on straight. Like my family came off ships. My family came off a country
for a mission.
Right. It's a different mindset with goal and ambition and aberration to that.
Absolutely.
Where here it's almost lackadaisy in the sense of like they want everything to be handed to them. They complain the most. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot that play a role with that.
Oh my goodness, man. My good. Hey, I think like I say, we just continue need to be reminded. We continue to be uplifted, man, because as much as we hear people's stories, as much as we hear people giving us good advice as much as it helps us to become better as well. Because again, you know, there's a lot of things we learn and we forget. Like we forget more things, and especially when it comes to this youth, man, we done forgot more things than they'll remember. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we always gonna need that, man, bright light, like as yourself, to just remind us, man, to what really matters and to push forward, man. And I think like this, I think we've got the best of all worlds for a reason, man. We've from growing up to nothing, or, you know what I'm saying, from doing nothing, and then from building, and then from being at an elevated place. I think those chapters and transitions have equipped us to be the best to give a story. Now, when we do give a story, we can only hope that, hey, man, if y'all knew our past, you would give a lend an ear, like you would lay your wings down, bro. Don't put up a wall. What I'm trying to tell you. But again, man, I think you're doing the best that you can. I think you're doing the best that your power, the powers you've given, and your power is a lot, man. I know we can get into that too. I know you got a lot of power, man, inside and from everything you touch, man. But continue. I'm encouraging you right now, bro. Continue doing what you're doing.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Continue giving that good light, that good advice, man, and you doing great, man. And it starts in your household, man.
Starts in the house. Yeah. Yes. And I think, you know, the moral of the story is we gotta start loving again. That's the reality of it. We gotta start loving again. And number one, we gotta forgive ourselves, Jim. We gotta forgive ourselves, because what happened is we're hard on ourselves. You know what I mean? We're hard on ourselves. But you're talking about from a financial perspective, number one, as a man, you know what I mean? We're hard on ourselves. Everybody's trying to make M's.
Boy, you be hitting spots, boy. Listen, you boy, but the way you right. Everybody, we're hard on ourselves.
So as a man, you're now put under a pressure of trying to reach M's, and you lack on loving, encouraging, nourishing, caressing your loved ones, your friends, your neighbors. So you lack the most important piece of life, because life is not really about how much possession you have. It's about spreading and inspiring. It's like a flower. If you only focus and preparing on the blossom of the flower, you miss out nourishing the flower and preparing the flower to be the best blossom that it can be. But if you focus on the nutrients, the nutrition of making sure it has on proper soil, it's groomed correctly, it's watered properly, it's facing the sun. But that's not what everybody focus. Everybody focus on the glory, kid. Everybody trying to sell somebody else to make M's. Everybody else trying to pitch somebody a lie or try to sell a sales pitch to somebody. And what happened is we're robbing one another of love. That's a problem.
Absolutely.
And it's everywhere. YouTubers, Instagram, TikTok. Everybody is seeking views. Everybody's seeking views to do what? To search or hit a certain amount of numbers so they can make millions of dollars. There is no more morale and integrity in society anymore. And that's where we became
Yeah, no more ethics, no more morals.
Done.
Love, bro. Listen, man, you already know we can go on forever, but the words that's spoken, I want to let it resonate, man. Hey, man, it's a total blessing, man. I thank the Most High, man, for you getting on, bro. You know, you had to feel it. You had to feel it to come on, man. I appreciate you, man. Listen, bro.
Love is here.
We always like this, man. Always, man. I appreciate you, bro. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing. Hey, man. One of your my favorite video of you, man. Seeing you, you know what I'm saying? Seeing you is just you dancing to the beat, man. It felt like you so happy and alive, and you know, everyone around you. It's just love. You could feel like the love in the room. I know you was like in the studio, but just you feel the love in the room. Like, hey, you know, they don't need to judge me, man. I'm elevated right now. I'm having fun, loving,
free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I love it.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm living, Jeff.
Yes.
I'm living my.
Yes.
I'm living on earth, bro. I mean, I got 4 beautiful children, bro. Family, like, what more do a man need? I mean, realistically, bro, you got family, you got children, you got cities. You're alive, you're healthy, you're free. That's all that matters, Jeff. Peace and love, man. Say hi to the family for me. You know what I mean? We'll do this again.
Love you,
we'll do this again.
Man, so much, man. Be blessed. Thanks for dropping gems. Hey, you let everybody know where to find you if they need you, man. I mean, they might want to talk. They might want to spread some love or talk to you.
Some man, Jeff. It's some things get ready to happen, man. Like you said, the world gonna be in for a shock. You know, man. I've been working on this album and this project. We get ready to do some things with it. And going into the industry now is more dangerous than ever, honestly. But I know God has, prepared me and designed
you. Absolutely.
So, you got to be a strong-minded individual to go into a world like that. Because if any man standing up and you stand up with integrity and morale, you're going to easily offend those who are without. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to realize your journey is not by coincidence. Yeah. It's all not by coincidence. You got to accept it, own it, and go head on. Ain't no looking back. Ain't no looking back.
Dang, boy. Boy. Hey, man, I love you, man. Love you. Take care, man. Spread love to the family for me, man, all day, man. Everybody who's on this live, we love you, man. Peace, man. Blessings. Absolutely. We got to do this again, man. Absolutely, man.
Let's get it.
Hey, stay blessed, man. Stay in peace.
Same with you, my brother. Take care.
All day. Take care, man.